Pawpaw Sammy here, Alley-bug and Pawpaw Sammy. Today, I'm gonna plant my spinach, my parsley, my collards, and my lettuce. It's a little early for a few of them. They might make it, they might not. Anyway, there's my bed. Deep water, deep water, deep water. Compost, covered. That is clover. Puts nitrogen back in the ground, so I leave it alone. But if you look at my bed, I haven't planted here in over a year. And now, when I do plant, let me show you something. When I do plant, look at this. People, I am a firm believer in prep. Prep it, whether you're going to plant it or not. Now I'm working one-handed, so this is going to be a fun job. I'm going to rake this back. That's my compost. And you see it. Look at that ground. Wet, damp, moist, and rich. See that? Now what I'll do, and I'll rake it all over here to the edge. And then I'll come in here. Oh, you see a little grass. But that's nothing. I don't pull grass. I'll pull a little sprig here and a sprig there. But you don't see me out here pulling grass and hoeing. I don't do it. This compost takes care of that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rake it back. I'm going to try to leave that clover, I think, because it puts nitrogen back in the soil. Now, what I'll do now, after this, is I'll go ahead and plant my plants. And then I'll sprinkle a little bit of compost over. Because it's supposed to rain, and I know what's going to happen. But I'll have a little compost so the seeds don't wash out. Sprinkle. Okay? Because it'll grow. I'm not much worried about it growing because I know it will. So there goes the spinach. Just take it, kind of get it, and we'll make sure it's touching the soil. And sprinkle a little bit of this over it, because it's going to rain. I don't want to wash them seeds out. I plant it close and I plant it tight for two reasons. I harvest it pretty regular so it don't get that big. Now, after I harvest all this, whatever room is left over, I can plant okra or something. All right, here goes the parsley. Little bitty seeds. Little bitty seeds. Sprinkle a little bit of that on top of it. Now as these seeds grow up, I'll keep sprinkling back with the compost. That keeps most of the weeds out permanent. Now here comes the collard greens. I'm going to show you something. See that big night crawler? They herbivores. And one of the reasons being, I feed them in here. I throw coffee grounds, fruit seeds, peelings, potato peelings, table scraps, and those night crawlers love it. Alright, here comes the collard greens. By covering this up and prepping it, whether I plant or not, this brings the worms in. The worms get in there and just start plowing the ground up. When you come back to plant, you've got holes in the ground, the water can sink in, everything's ready to go, in top shape. You ain't got to worry about it. the worms and the compost is doing the job. Here go the collards. This, like I said, hadn't been planted in over a year. But the whole time, it was sitting here waiting for me. All I do is rake it back and plant. Rake it back and plant. Now I might harvest this and not plant for another year. But it will be ready when I'm ready. Between the worms and the compost and the deep watering system, I won't have no trouble. Here goes my lettuce. All right. Go compost. By the way, that's onions. They grew up from a crop a while back. Now people, that's all it is to it. These plants are in topsoil, well fertilized. I didn't do it, the worms did. And compost. This has been in there for years. When I started this bed, it was level with the bottom of the blocks, the cinder blocks. For watching, please like, comment, and subscribe.